Hello! Happy 2021. I'm pretty sure this is my first live this year. Hello! Today, I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why you should be excited about the new moon tomorrow, as I'm sure you can see in the title. Before I do that though, I'm going to share this to my Facebook group. If you're not in there, let me know if you want to be, and I will send you an invitation. It's free. Okay, it is shared there. So hello. As you hop on, I'm getting notifications. Oh my word. My husband is messaging me while he's in class. Busted. Anyways, as you hop on, okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to let me know if you have ever done any kind of like ritual or practice or anything around the new moon. If you have anything that you love to do, just say yes or no if you do something. If your answer is yes, you can let me know. Hi, who is hopping on? Facebook is always delayed at telling me who is on. So I see that there are some people watching, but I don't know who you are. So if you're not feeling too shy, let me know who's watching. And then let me know if you have any kind of practice around the new moon. And again, if your answer is yes, you can tell me what you like to do, what your favorite kinds of exercises, practices, rituals, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is that you like to do around the new moon. And if your answer is no, that is totally cool too, because I am going to share a few things with you today. So hello, thanks for hopping on. It's always so fun to see people here. Let me know who's watching. Come on, Facebook, tell me. It'll probably tell me in like 5 minutes. That's fine. We'll just keep going. So 3 reasons. Oh, and if you're kind of new here, I've had a few new friends on here. I'm kind of going through my Facebook friends list. That's a whole other discussion. But regardless, if you're new, if you haven't been around, I am Megan. I am a master NLP practitioner, master hypnotherapist, master life, all the things. Basically, it all boils down to me being a mental health coach. Essentially, I have the user's manual for your brain, and I use that to help you overcome even like the most deeply rooted limiting beliefs and self-doubt, all of that stuff, so that you can improve your mental health easily and effortlessly and really live from your next level self. It's so freaking cool, and I love it. That's who I am in a nutshell. That's what I do. That's not who I am. That's what I do. Because that could be a whole other thing, but we don't need to get into me right now. And yeah. Oh, and if you have any friends who are also interested in like the moon energy, that kind of stuff, or who are kind of curious about it, wanting to learn more, tag them in the comments here, because they're going to love hearing this too. It's going to be really cool. I'm going to keep this short to the point. It's going to be good. Let me just, and yes, I do have notes because otherwise I squirrel brain and no one needs that today. So we're going to keep on track today. Okay, you know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and dive in. Hello. Thank you guys for joining. Drop a hello in the comments if you don't want to share anything else. If you're just hopping on though, let me know if you have any practices that you like to do for the new moon, because that's happening tomorrow. It's happening. So I'm in Central Standard Time. It's happening at 11 o'clock my time. I believe it's 11 o'clock. I wrote it down. Yes, 11 o'clock my time. And make sure you watch to the end of this. I'm going to keep this like so short because I want to tell you how I can help you easily, like you can really easy utilize the energy of the new moon. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be confusing. I can show you how to make it easy, okay? Okay, 3 reasons. 3 reasons to love the new moon and to be excited about it. The new moon is my fave. It is my jam. I love the new moon. Reason number 1. The moon has energy. That's reason number 1 why to be excited about the new moon, because the moon does have energy. The new moon has a specific energy, and it 100% impacts us on a personal level and on a collective level. I mean, I used to think that was super weird when people would say that the moon had energy. I was like, okay, all right, you're kooky, but whatever. I'll still love you, you know. Y'all, the sun has energy. We get sunburned by it. We get vitamin D from it. It impacts our mood depending on how close or how far away it is. You know, I mean, SAD, right? And we live our lives according to the seasons of the sun. Time to start living according to the seasons of the moon as well. It sheds so much light on so much stuff, and it makes so much of your life make sense when you start to pay attention to it. I mean, and the other thing too that I thought of, the moon affects like water, right? It affects water. It affects the tides of the ocean. Women go into labor on the full moon because of how it affects their water, right? We're 70% water. Of course the moon is going to affect us. Of course it is, right? So that's reason number 1. Look at me going quickly. Reason number 2, why you should be excited about the new moon tomorrow. Because it's basically like a reset button for our energy. And I don't know about you, but I am really looking forward to this energetic reset. It's the beginning of a new cycle, right? The new moon sets it sets us up for the whole rest of that 28-day moon cycle, right? It's the beginning of it. The full moon is actually in the middle. I always thought it was the other way around for some reason, which doesn't make any sense because new moon, new cycle. I don't know. I never really thought about it, I guess. But the new moon is the beginning of the full cycle. So it's the beginning. We're starting fresh, right? We're not starting over. I don't believe in starting over necessarily. That's a whole other thing. Maybe I'll do a podcast episode about that. But we're starting fresh, right? We get to set new intentions. That's what the new moon is all about. Resetting intentions, setting new intentions, and calling in what we desire. It's a really good time to refocus your energy on manifesting. And manifesting is not magic. It's not some secret power that only some people have. You know, it does take action, but the new moon is a great time to reset those intentions. Okay. So, and intentions, I feel like that word kind of can get thrown around a little bit, but intentions are what give us the life that we want, right? I could be eating my dinner with the intention of being grateful for what I have in front of me, or I could be eating my dinner in front of me with the intention of being upset that I messed something up, right? Two different intentions, two different outlooks, two different experiences in the same meal. So intentions are hugely important. So being able to be really focused and aware of what your intentions are so that you can control the intentions versus letting your intentions control you. That's so insanely powerful. And the energy of the new moon really just provides space to be able to do that without judgment, without shame, without guilt, without pressure, you know. I mean, the thing that I think is kind of cool about it is when it's a new moon, we can't see the moon. Like, it's invisible to our eyes, right? That's what the new moon is. There's nothing to see, which means there's space. Like, maybe this isn't making any sense. This might only be making sense in my mind, so let me know if it makes sense to you. But it's literally creating space for us. The moon is holding space for us by letting us make the decisions, by letting us refocus in on what we want and discovering what we want. This might be a good opportunity to see, okay, this thing that I've been wanting, is it actually what I still want? And if it is, yes, then you can refocus your efforts, refocus your energy on it. And if it's not, then you can shift it. You can totally change it. There's so much space to do whatever work that you want to be done. And it's so liberating and energizing and exciting. It feels so good. Oh, I love the new moon. Okay, third, breezing through. I'm breezing through. Okay, third, it's an opportunity for us to kind of just evaluate, look around and make sure that we're living in alignment. Make sure that our values are what we want. Okay, making sure we're living in accordance to our values. That's what I'm trying to say. We have our values. Our core values dictate a crap ton of our lives. A lot of it. Most of our lives are run by our inner value system. So when we can recognize what our values are, so we have our values, we have our life that we're living. If there's anything in our life that we are not happy with, let's check and see if you are making decisions based on your values. And if you're not, that's where the disconnect is. That's where dissonance is and all the things that we don't want, right? And so having the new moon really provides us the space, again, that space to adjust, right? Because I mean, think about trying to make adjustments when you're in like this tiny cramped space. It's really hard. It's really hard. But when we try to do that, when we do them during the new moon, we have ample room to make whatever adjustments we need to make. Infinite room, I would even say. And the cool thing too is that the new moon occurs when the sun and the moon are in perfect alignment, making the moon naked to the human eye, right? Essentially. When they are in perfect alignment, it gives us the space to make sure that we are in alignment as well. Right? Is that too cheesy? So it's a really perfect time to evaluate our values, evaluate our decisions, and make sure they are in accordance to our values. which will then give us the life that we want. Because guess what? You are gifted your desires. Your desires are a gift. You are not given those desires for nothing, right? Everyone has different desires. There are some women who have a huge desire to have a career, like to go work and like climb the corporate ladder. Like that's so exciting for them. I have zero desire to do that. I have zero desire to do that. Doesn't make one desire better than the other. I always wanted to just be at home. One is not better than the other. We are gifted those for a reason, because since there is someone who wants to go climb the corporate ladder, I don't have to. How freaking cool is that? There are also, I mean, think about just like high school, you know, there were plenty of girls who loved playing volleyball. I did not, but because there were more than enough girls to play volleyball that they needed tryouts for it, I didn't have to worry about it. I didn't have to get recruited, you know, I didn't have to worry about it because there were plenty who loved it. Perfect. I got to dance instead. Perfect. There are plenty of people who don't love dancing. Perfect. I'll do it. I'll do it so that you don't have to, right? So just remember that you are gifted your desires for a purpose. They are for you, and they're for your greater good, and they're for the greater good of the collective as well. So hold on to those desires. Use this new moon to call in those desires to benefit you and to benefit the world. Seriously, the world will benefit from you claiming your desires. So to make this really easy for you, because I know that I was kind of overwhelmed when I first started learning about the moon and everything. I was like, okay, cool, but now what? Like, what do I do? Right? So I've made it so easy for you. So easy for you. All you have to do is join Elevate Your Life Insiders, and you will get a free bonus of a new moon manifestation celebration. It's happening tomorrow afternoon. You can join live or you can catch the replay afterward. And this is one of my very favorite things that I have started doing inside this membership. I started doing it, I think, in November. Yes, that sounds right. November is when I started doing these. I do one for the new moon, one for the full moon. And they are so just expansive and grounding. And I feel like I could give all of these description words for it, but basically it's exactly what it needs to be for you in the moment. So in this, I usually try to keep them to an hour. Sometimes they do go a little bit over, but we do an energetic clearing. I guide you through an EFT specifically so there's a different one for the new moon and the full moon. I guide you through an intention setting exercise. And then I just hold space for you. I guide you through a hypnotherapy session. This hypnotherapy session is like one of my very favorite ones that I've ever done. I love doing it. This one for the new moon, it's beautiful. And there have been some really beautiful things that have happened from those who have utilized this resource. And then there's just a safe, open space to discuss whatever might come up throughout the session, whatever you've been experiencing, what you're looking forward to. It's just this, I just open it up, and if anyone wants coaching during that time, I'm happy to coach. I do on occasion. Sometimes it's just a discussion, just kind of depends. Yeah, it's so fun. It is so beautiful, and I'm so excited to guide you through it. So just leave a comment below saying I'm in, and I will send you an invitation so that you can join us in time for the new moon manifestation celebration tomorrow afternoon. So the new moon is happening tomorrow night, but I wanted to do the celebration that afternoon because you can the actual new moon only happens for a moment, right? So we're going to be capitalizing on the energy beforehand so that we can go into the new moon having gotten ourselves into a space where we are ready for this new moon cycle. So I think that's it. So basically, just know that we have been gifted so many beautiful resources in this life that are meant to benefit us, we were sent here to move through life, to learn and to grow and to make progress. And we were never expected to do that on our own. We have been gifted so many resources, so many of them. And we can't all know about them all. So we need to lean on each other in order to learn from each other, to be guided by each other. And I'm just really excited to help you discover the beauty and the power of your connection with the moon. So that is all for now. Let me know if you have any questions about this celebration that's happening tomorrow. And otherwise, I will see you there.